City of Ghosts is the story of a girl named Cassidy who nearly drowns, and a ghost named Jacob who saves her life. Their spirits get tangled up in the process, and now Cassidy's not entirely alive, and Jacob's not all dead, and they can both cross into the spirit realm. With that ability, and the fact her best friend is a ghost, Cassidy's life is already pretty strange. And then her parents land a job hosting a television show. Not just any show, but one that will take them to the most haunted places in the world. First stop, Edinburgh, Scotland. I've always been fascinated by the strange and the monstrous and the magical, and Edinburgh is a city with all three. I can't wait for you to discover Cassidy's world and go on this adventure with her and Jacob as they find themselves at the center of their own ghost story.
Hi, I'm Scott Westerfeld, author of Imposters, the new book set in the Uglies world. So imagine if you and your identical twin were pretending to be the same person. Frey gets up every day and has to dress like her sister Rafi and act like her and talk like her. The reason why is that their father is a very powerful, important person, and the world has gotten very dangerous. So Frey is sort of a body double for her own twin sister. She is the sniper bait. She goes out in front of crowds where there's a danger of being kidnapped or killed. She learns combat, whereas her sister learns how to be a good diplomat and to represent the family's interests. So our story starts when Frey is being sent off for the first time on her own. Her father's made a business deal, and to guarantee it, he's decided to send his most precious possession, his own daughter. But of course, he's not going to send his real daughter, he's going to send his backup, the twin, Frey. So this is the first time that Raffi has been out on her own. She has to pretend to be her sister every moment of every day. And the family she's staying with has a young son who's starting to get interested in her. Can she afford to trust him? Can she afford to become herself, or does she have to remain an imposter for her whole life? But that's just the beginning of our story. It goes on with lots of betrayals, lots of hoverboard chases, lots of action scenes, and you find out that this world is full of imposters.
In the summer of 1940, 13-year-old Ken Sparks was one of 90 evacuee boys and girls selected to ship out aboard the SS City of Benares and escape from the full-scale invasion of England that Hitler is about to launch. Life aboard the ship is grand. 9-course meals, new friends, their own toy room, and best of all, a life far away from the bombs, rations, and chaos that is enveloping England. Ken is enjoying his time aboard this luxury ship when on the 5th day at sea, trouble strikes. Tuesday, September 17th, 10:05 p.m. The city of Benares is torpedoed by a German U-boat. The ship starts to sink, and orders are given to abandon ship. Ken searches all over and manages to find himself a seat on Lifeboat 12. Ken and 45 others aboard Lifeboat 12 slowly pull away and soon, come the next morning, find themselves alone. Will Lifeboat 12 be rescued, or will the struggles of sea consume them?
Kelly Carter, and I'm the author of Not If I Save You First, my brand new YA thriller. A few years ago, I was on an Alaskan cruise, and one night I was up on the deck and I was looking out over about 1 million acres of absolutely gorgeous, but really, really isolated scenery. And I saw in the distance one light, and I thought to myself, you know, if something goes wrong here, you can't call 911. And that was the start of my brand new novel, Not If I Save You First, which tells the story of Maddie, who is the daughter of a Secret Service agent, and Logan, who happens to be the president's son. And what happens when Logan is kidnapped in the middle of all of that wilderness as the storm of the year is surging in, and Maddie is the only person who can save him. It's called Not If I Save You First, and I really hope you like it.
This is 1 Minute Books. I'm reviewing The Benefits of Being an Octopus by Anne Braden. This story is about a girl named Zoe, and Zoe doesn't have a lot of money. She lives in a trailer with her brothers and sisters, and they have different dads, and now she's living with her mom's newest boyfriend, Lenny, in this trailer, and he's not really nice to her mom or even to Zoe or brothers and sisters. He doesn't hit her or anything. It's just, he really is mean to them the way he talks. And Zoe decides that she's got to do something about it. This book really gives you an idea of how poverty impacts so many parts of a person's life. I mean, it's not just that they can't maybe go to the movies or, go out to dinner and have pizza. They can't afford to wash their clothes, or they don't have money for gas. And Zoe can't even participate in an after-school activity because she's got to be there to pick up her brother and sister from the bus and babysit her little baby brother. All of that pieces, it just makes you realize how much that impacts her lives. I mean, she can't even have time to do her homework and how hard that is on her. One of my favorite things in here is how she finally decides she's gonna join the debate team. Well, she's actually kind of forced into that, and how it takes her a while, and she's very quiet at first, but how finally, because of everything in her life, she realizes she has a voice and she can debate things. If you like books that deal with realistic issues and deal with family and a really strong female character, you're gonna like this one. Give it a try. For more information on it, check out my description below.
When Lucy was 8 years old, she was struck by lightning while holding onto a metal fence. She barely survived the ordeal, losing the use of her left brain, but gained the ability to see and do math no ordinary person can do. Some call her a math genius, others call her strange. Sure, she can't sit down without having to perform her routine of sitting and standing 3 times, and she has to wipe everything down with Clorox wipe. Is that enough to avoid going to school forever? Or stepping outside because of germs? Her Nana doesn't think so. She enrolls Lucy into a middle school where she meets Wendy and Levi. Together, they help Lucy understand that being a math genius is not the only thing to live for. Read this calculating account of friendship, acceptance, and discovery in The Miscalculations of Lightning Girl by